Good day, good day, everyone. Welcome, welcome to Sip with Red Melissa. I am Red Melissa, and this is Morning Sip with Red Melissa. I am so excited to be with you all today. It's going to be like 80 degrees in New York. That's what I'm talking about today. Yes, yes, yes. This is my kind of weather. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So, good day, everyone. Welcome to Morning Sip with Red Melissa. I am Red Melissa, and SIP stands for Spirit and Practice, where we practice because practice makes progress. Practice makes progress. Yes? Yes. So, as way of introduction, let me just share with you that I use the technology of spiritual psychology, spiritual practices, universal principles, and all kinds of other loveliness to companion people in disrupting limiting patterns of thinking, limiting patterns of behaving, limiting patterns of belief by prioritizing their mind and their heart to reveal the healing from within. This is my passion, my ministry of joy, where I support people in living life in joy, connected to their yes. So if you need support, reach out to me. I am an ordained interfaith minister, a licensed religious science practitioner, a spiritual life coach, and the spiritual director, senior minister at Rockland Centers for Spiritual Living, a New Thought Center in New York. Like I said, you can reach out to me. You can send me a message on social media at I am Red Melissa on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Facebook. And we can set up some time to talk. So I hope all is well with everyone everywhere. Yes, let me see who's with me live right now. Milan, my girl Milan from Cali is with me this morning. Yes, yes, yes. I'm coming through with that. Yes, yes. Shay, good day from Colorado. I'm loving your post, Shay, about your new space. Just congratulations. I'm so happy for you. Good day, Michelle from LA. Boy, my California folks are representing today. Yes, Milan, Shay, Michelle. Yes. I know, Shay, you're in Colorado, but that's close enough. Tim, it's so good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Everybody who's joining me on Instagram, good day to you. It's good to see you. And so I got two cameras going on, y'all. Oh, we got another LA in the house. Chippy Change is representing. Yes. Say cool bringing in Tennessee. Okay. Good day. Say cool. Hey, hey. Hey, hey, everybody, everywhere. It's wonderful to be with you today. So we are in our Unravel series. And if you missed any of this series, you want to check it out. You want to go back and listen and watch Tuesday and especially yesterday's. Yes, woo, I was feeling it yesterday, y'all. So go back and check the replays. Yes. So just as a reminder, the definition unravel is to separate, disentangle, to free from complication or difficulty, to make plain or clear, solve, to take apart, to undo. And so, what are we doing with this unraveling? We're practicing unraveling. We're practicing unraveling. And I've been asking your questions every single day. And so, yesterday I left you with this question: what needs to be unraveled to reveal the divine pattern that spirit has woven together as you? That's the question I added on to it, of course. But that's the essence of the question that I asked you yesterday that was inspired from Psalms 139. And so I'm just going to read that little piece again because that's what got me all fired up in my morning practice yesterday because I was having church with my spiritual practice yesterday morning. And it was Psalms 139. For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am awesomely and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful. I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Mm. Your eyes saw my unformed body. All days, did you hear that? All days are ordained for me. Not just some days, not just when you think you did something good. All days are ordained for you, for me. All days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. It is already done. Know this. It is already done in the mind of God, right? We are the vessel for it to come through, for it to manifest as. But are we a willing vessel? In my installation, Stevens, who's an amazing singer-songwriter, he has a song that he wrote called A Willing Vessel, and he sang it at my installation. Are you a willing vessel for that which is already ordained for you to come through as you? Or are you in resistance to it? Are you struggling against it? That which we know is the truth, right? So that's where we left off yesterday. What needs to be unraveled to reveal the divine pattern of your life? All right now. All right. I see you. I am a willing vessel. Yes, Shay. Lindsay's giving me a yes. All right now. Milan says, yes, God. Oh, it just disappeared. Yes, God. Oh, Ty brought tears. Yes, I am a willing vessel. Check that out on YouTube. Just Google Ty Stevens, a willing vessel. Whew, it's something. It's something. So today, we're going to keep unraveling in the question, right? Sometimes we sometimes we think the gift is in the answer. But what I want you to know that there is such deliciousness in the question. To just sit in the question, right? Our inspirational journal is a wonderful tool that we can use to just sit in the question and then just allow the answer to reveal itself. Not struggle, not figure it out, just allow it. Just be the allowance of it, right? By practicing, by practicing. So today, I want to share with you a little something from another book called When Things Fall Apart by Pema Chodron. This book like saved my life. when I first got this book, I was going through a horrible breakup. Horrible breakup. And this book saved me. It saved me. It gave me permission to fall apart. It gave me permission to know, girl, you don't have to hold it all together. Just unravel. Just unravel yourself. So I want to share just a little bit from this book. And this is really at the very end of the book. It's like the last 2 pages. But this is what I want to share. When we find ourselves in a mess, we don't have to feel guilty about it. Instead, we could reflect on the fact that how we relate to this mess will be sowing the seeds of how we will relate to whatever happens next. We can make ourselves miserable. Mhm. We can make ourselves miserable or we can make ourselves strong. The amount of effort is the same. Get that? You can make yourself miserable or you can make yourself strong. The same amount of effort. The same amount of effort. Right now, in this moment, we are creating our state of mind for tomorrow. Not to mention this afternoon, next week, next year, and all the years of our lives. Right here in this moment, we are creating our next moment by the way in which we relate to whatever is going on in our lives. If it's a mess, it's a mess. If you're going through a breakup, that's messy, right? If you just left your job or got terminated from your job, that can be messy. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter. What matters is how we relate to it. And more importantly, for me, is how I relate to myself. Yes? How am I relating to myself as I go through the stuff? How do I relate to myself? That's a real question I'm going to ask. When stuff happens, when stuff comes up in your life, how do you relate to yourself? I used to beat myself up. I used to even call myself names. I would say to myself, see, there's the evidence that you are not worthy of whatever it is. That's the evidence that nothing ever goes right in your life. That's the evidence that it's hard, that life is hard. That's the evidence. That's the conversations I used to have with myself when I would find myself in an upset, in a mess, in a disappointment, in a frustration, and things that angered, that I was angry about. I would turn that around and treat myself that way, right? So how we relate to ourselves is important. Hey, I'm looking on Instagram. Black icon 1111. Hey, Tunde. He's giving me a good morning, Queen Mother. All right now. I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you, Tunde. So that's one. How you relate to yourself. How do you relate to yourself? I see you, Shay. Shay is sharing. I love myself and have compassion when I'm going through it. I pray. Yes, Shay. Beautiful, beautiful. And because you are relating to yourself in that way, the next moment that you are creating with yourself is another moment of compassion, of love for yourself. And then that radiates, vibrates into the world, right? So your calling card, your vibrational broadcast is love and compassion. And we know what we broadcast, that frequency is what we attract back to us, bounces right back to us, right? That energetic field. What are you creating? How are you relating to yourself as you go through the mess? When you go through a falling apart, when you go through a unraveling, right? I want to read two other things. And again, I'm reading from When Things Fall Apart. And the subtitle is Heart Advice for Difficult Times. Yes. And I was going through a difficult time when this book found me. So, this is something else I want to share. What seems undesirable in our lives doesn't have to trigger habitual reactions. We can let it show us where we're at and let it remind us that the teachings encourage precision and gentleness with loving kindness towards every moment. When we live this way, we feel frequently, maybe continuously, at a crossroads, never knowing what's ahead. It's an insecure way to live. We often find ourselves in the middle of a dilemma. What should I do about the fact that somebody is angry with me? What should I do about the fact that I'm angry with somebody? Basically, the instruction is not to try to solve the problem, but instead to use it as a question about how to let this very situation wake us up further rather than lull us into ignorance. We can use a difficult situation to encourage ourselves to take a leap, to step out into that ambiguity. Yes, we can take a leap and not do what we would habitually do, right? Habitually beat ourselves up, habitually hide under the covers, habitually binge watch something to help us or we think is helping us forget, right? Instead, we could apply gentleness, loving kindness, as Shay does, right? We could love and have compassion for ourselves as we go through the things. As we go through the things, when we are triggered, and we all get triggered, right? But we don't have to stay in the trigger. Don't stay in the trigger. Get out of there. Get out of there and apply uh some gentleness, some loving kindness towards yourself and towards whatever is going on. Yes? Yes, y'all, yes. So how you relate to yourself as you unravel when things fall apart. Do you fall back on old habits that don't move you, that lulls you back into the past, into unhealthy things, right? Or do you choose something that reminds you, helps you to remember that your days are ordained, even the days that feel like, ugh, even those days, even those days, even those days, especially remembering those days that you are ordained, that you were knitted together, that you were woven in the depths of the earth and awesomely and wonderfully made. That is the invitation. That is the invitation. The last part I'm going to share with you from this book is: do relate to our circumstances with bitterness or openness? Do we relate to our circumstances with bitterness or openness? That is why it can be said that whatever occurs can be regarded as the path, and that all things, not just some things, are workable. All things. Let me go back. Let me go back to Psalms for a minute. All things, all the days ordained for me were written in the book before one of them came to be. All the days, all the days, all the days. I love three-letter words because they can be so powerful. I did a 3-letter word series a couple of years ago. We did let and yet and yes. We did a whole bunch. It was fabulous. Here's one. All the days. Yes. Prima Children is saying, whatever occurs can be regarded as the path, and that all things, not just some things, are workable. All things are working together for our good, not just some things. And I know that can be challenging to accept, that all things, even this, Red Melissa, even this, I am just broken, feeling broken right now, feeling hurt. I'm in so much pain. Are you telling me even this is working together for my highest good? And I would say yes, because this is what I know. And I shared this when I was sharing the story about my girlfriend whose building caught on fire. One of her tenants died in the fire that started in a bodega that was on the ground floor, which is now a beautiful art gallery. Beautiful art gallery. So, yes, even in the tragedy, we can know from this moment forward, nothing but good shall come forth from this. We can know that now, instead of the habit of believing that, oh my God, this was horrible. This did not work. Nothing ever works out for me. It's going too good. I'm just waiting for something bad to happen, waiting for that other shoe to fall, right? Instead, we can know now, because what we know now informs our tomorrow. So we can know now. We can unravel any difficulty by knowing now that moving forward, where are you going? I'm moving forward. No, let's go back. Let's go and waddle in the past of what happened yesterday. We don't only have to go back 20 years. Let's just stay in the yesterday of all the mess that happened. No, we can know now that moving forward, nothing but good shall come forth from this. Let us know that now. Let's create that as a new habit of being with the mess, with the when things fall apart, with the difficulty, with the complications. Let's know that now. Yes. All right, y'all. All right. So, tomorrow we're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna wrap up Unravel, and I already got a download for next week, y'all. So stay tuned next week for the next series. So let me just check in with your comments. So Shay is sharing. Sometimes the habit does come back, but I'm so in practice, it's usually short lived. Thank you, Jesus. Yes, girl. I love that, Shay. You don't, right. It could just be for a moment to remind us, oh, wait a minute. I done did this before. I'm not doing this again. Let me be loving and kind towards myself. Let me know the truth about who and whose I am. Yes, Milan. Milan is, oh, Milan. This has me in a pool of tears right now. Thank you. Oh, Milan. Yes, yes. Tears of joy. Tears of joy. No wadding in the mess. That's right. We are not wadding in the mess. Oh, thank you, Michelle. This is good. Yes, it is good all the time. What's good all the time? All the time. There's that all again. God is good all the time. All the time. And all of your days are ordained. All of them. All right, y'all. All right. So let me get into Some joy news, y'all. I'll be going in sometimes and forget the time. So let's get to some joy news real quick. Thank y'all for being with me on Instagram. I see you, OD Fitness Studio. Oh, I know who that is. Oh, it'll come to me. But thank y'all. I'm trying out Instagram, y'all. If you haven't heard, I'm trying out Instagram for morning sip, just to give people more avenues to find me. So please share and spread the news. Yes? All right. So here we go. Joy news. Let's see. So I've been sharing about my installation. I shared some pictures yesterday, but what I want you to know now is that my installation as the spiritual director, senior minister at Rockland CSL officially happened on Saturday, and it was also the official launch of our spring fundraiser, So you are invited to support my ministry of joy by supporting Rockland CSL. You can go to tinyurl.com/Rockland CSL. And all the information is there. If you're on Facebook, you can go to my Facebook page. You can go to the Rockland CSL Facebook page, and there is a fundraiser there for Rockland CSL. My goal is $3,500. And I know it now that it is done. And so it is. So please give if you feel moved to. And what I say at Rockland is that we give well at Rockland CSL. So give what feels good to you. tinyurl.com/Rockland CSL. All right. This weekend, let me just acknowledge everyone who came last night to our Hour of Power. I know a number of you were there. I think Shay, you were there, and Michelle was there. I couldn't be on because I had some stuff going on, but thank you all for coming to our Wednesday evening events, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Every Wednesday, except for if there's a fifth Wednesday, we don't do fifth Wednesdays. You can go to rocklandcsl.org, click on the Zoom link, and you'll be in the Zoom room Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Last night was our hour of prayer, power of prayer, and folks got prayed up. I know folks got prayed up with our practitioner, Jan. Okay. So let me stay in Rockland CSL. So this weekend, Sunday in Praise, we got two things happening for Sundays. We have Rockland CSL, our Sunday celebration service. And May, we have a new theme. The theme is Light Within the Shadows. And I'm speaking this Sunday, and it's going to kind of be a part two of what I shared and the vulnerability, seeing and being seen. And I shared a very personal story about my relationship with my aunt that I talk about often, my Aunt Marion, who I've been supporting these last couple of years. And I had a revelation, right? And I shared that revelation in that sermon, vulnerability, seeing and being seen. And so this Sunday is a part two to that. And so the light within the shadows. So join me 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Zoom link at rocklandcsl.org, or you can watch the live stream on Facebook. Also on Sunday, we have Sunday in Praise, which I call the other sip, and I share an inspirational talk on that program, the other sip, Sunday in Praise, 10:30 a.m. right where you're watching me now on Facebook and on YouTube, not on Instagram because it's a replay of a previous Sunday sermon. Okay? You can find everything that has to do with Rev Melissa on my YouTube channel. That's probably the easiest way to navigate all of the episodes, because I shared yesterday that yesterday was my 100th episode this year, just this year. So I had 3 years of episodes almost every single day. So we talking hundreds of episodes. So it's easy to navigate. I gotten better with labeling them and all of that wonderfulness. So you can go to my YouTube channel. I am Rev Melissa. Please subscribe, please like, and please spread the news. I really would appreciate that. The last thing I want to share is just save the date. Save the date for our next meditation with the full moon, Friday, June 2nd, Friday, June 2nd, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right where you're watching me now, YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. And let me just shout out New Thought Media Network. It streams on many of the New Thought Media Network's platforms also. So I am grateful to be a part of the New Thought Media Network family. All right. All right. So let's just wrap this up with what I love to say. Thank you all for joining me today on Instagram. Thank you all for being with me on Facebook and YouTube. Remember, be gentle and kind and loving with yourself as you go through the things. As you go through the things. Mm, just apply some sweetness, just a little sugar, the good kind. Okay? All right, y'all. So, peace and blessings. I will see you tomorrow. Peace and justice. Yes. We are living life in joy. Yes, we are, because we are connected to our yes. Yes, yes, yes. So, the thing about being on different things is that you got to shut down different things. Bye, everybody. I'll see you tomorrow.